All right, I am making some St. Patrick's Day cookies. Now I got my eggs from my Walmart pickup. And of course they're all cracked. So I'm gonna use the ones that are the worst. Alright, I splatted an egg on the floor there, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the insurance company and leave it there so I can make it clean. Okay, so I'm making 3 ingredient cake mix cookies, although this is an adaptation, so it's gonna be more ingredient. Okay, got my cake mix, now I'm getting my oil. Made some brownies earlier for the boys. Got my oil. And then, this is gonna sound dumb, but I have a little bit of purple and yellow food coloring that I would just really like to get used up and gone. So I was gonna put this in and see if I can make green. I don't know, you think I can make green, guys? I may not get all the purple gone. Okay, let me see. Maybe. All right, let's see if we can get some green here. If not, I've got extra green on the standby. Now you can use a mixer if you want. And because my cake mix is expired, I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of extra baking powder just to make sure they rise, in case the baking powder was expired. I think I'll have to get the mixer. Okay, well that didn't work. That's a nice green color. Now, I'm gonna add the 2 tablespoons of mint chips that I had left from Christmas and some mini chocolate chips. You can add peppermint flavoring if you want. Mix that in. Oh, got powdered sugar left right here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to take my small balls, put it in here. All right. Now we're going to throw that in the oven for 10 minutes. Okay, there we go. Let them go just a little too long. But we're gonna let these finish cooling. Then I'll put the next batch on. And then we're gonna dust them with a little bit more powdered sugar. Go, some St. Patty's Day crinkle cookies. Today we're making chocolate mint truffles. I found these candy melts at Walmart. You want to make sure there's a full 12 ounces there. If you don't have 12 ounces, then just take out 1 or 2 tablespoons of your sweetened condensed milk. Okay, now we're going to take our can of sweetened condensed milk. The recipe is in the description below. Now this recipe is based off of our 2-ingredient fudge, which is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook, volume 2. Okay, now we are going to throw this in the microwave and get it melted. Ow, that's hot.
I think it's a plastic bowl.
Okay, I put the wrong cookbook out. It's based on our fudge recipe in our Dining on a Dime volume 2. Okay, so now we're going to take, and normally I do my parchment paper ahead of time, but let's see. I wonder if I can just rip this. Do you think I can just rip this? Oh, well that's nice. Okay, then we're going to put this in our pan, just like so. Okay. We're going to give you our Dining on a Dime cookbook ebook, volume number 1, free at livingonadime.com. Click on our shop, click on our ebooks, click on Dining on a Dime volume 1, add it to your cart. When you go to checkout, use the coupon code DINING1 and you will get our ebook absolutely free with no obligation and no strings attached. Visit us at livingonadime.com. Now we are going to mix. Oh, that's so nice and smooth. There we go. Okay, I did like 1 minute and 20 seconds in my microwave. Microwaves have different wattages that they use, so if you have a less wattage, then it will take longer. If you have a higher wattage, it will take shorter. Okay, here we go, my mint extract. Now, make sure you get pure peppermint extract if you want peppermint. Now, they have other mints and mint flavoring, and those will taste different. If you want a peppermint flavor, make sure you get the true peppermint extract. Okay, and I just put 1 capful in. Now, Mike loves chocolate mint, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is that your favorite flavor, maybe?
It's definitely one of my favorite flavors.
I think it probably is.
It probably is.
Having been married to you for 30 years, I determine it's your favorite flavor.
I don't know, with all those amazing Christmas candies you made.
Yeah, but you really
the
like
orange
the chocolate
ones.
mix. Well, yeah, you like the orange
I really
ones
like the orange too.
Okay, so let's see if this is enough chocolate flavor. Or mint. I put in 2 capfuls. Okay, so 2 capfuls is a teaspoon.
So this is 2 now?
Yeah. Okay. Let's get all that luscious peppermint mixed in there. Now, I'm just making up this recipe on the fly, even though it's based off of our 2-ingredient fudge. I'm making this for St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up soon. We have to have chocolate mint everything for St. Patrick's Day.
Yum.
Okay, how many comments do you think I'll get if I just leave the bowl like this? You want to be a betting man?
I bet a lot. Oh, and I can't scoop it like I usually do.
You think 400 comments? Do you think I'll get 400 comments leaving that much in the bowl? Let's just see how many I get, shall we? I think that will be fun. Comment and let me know. Does this disturb you guys if I leave this much in here? Okay, now I'm spraying it all out because there's some bubbles. Just it's not really gonna matter actually, because I'm gonna cut these and dip them. Okay, so now we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, let it set up, and then we're gonna come back and cut it into pieces and dip it in the chocolate. Okay, so it is set up. Okay, now I'm gonna so I'm gonna roll this into balls. Wow, this is super soft. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna roll this into little balls, and then we're gonna throw these in the freezer and get them set up for about, a half an hour or so, and then we will dip them in chocolate. Yum. Well, it smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Are those delicious? We have a leprechaun over here stealing. Although I don't think Jack could be confused with a leprechaun. What do you think, Dad? At 6 feet tall?
He would be an enormously malformed leprechaun.
He would be like the leprechaun version of Elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay, these should not be spreading out this thin.
Throw them in the freezer real fast.
So, I had a massive fail. Apparently, these chips don't set up as well. So, you ever have one of those days? This is that day for me.
As I said, just add some more sweetened condensed milk and then make it into frosting.
Yeah, sweetened condensed milk and make it into frosting. That would work, yes. We could frost a cake with this. That would be very delicious. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I wonder if it's the peppermint that made it not, peppermint oil. I bet it's the peppermint oil. Well, I would only know if I tested, I guess. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bag and
Looking pretty green there.
Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to try and save this recipe by adding another bag of chips and remelting it all. What are we going to do with 3,000 chocolate mint truffles?
Surely somebody's got a chili cook-off or some kind of event going on.
Yeah, we just had 2 chili cook-offs from last week, didn't we?
I know a guy who likes truffles.
You know a guy who likes truffles?
Yep.
Would his name happen to start with a J?
Maybe.
End with a K? Middle name J? He's pretty handsome too, Dad.
Yep.
He's the handsomest leprechaun I've ever seen.
Yep. Think it's gonna eat 64 truffles?
He says he can. I think I believe him.
So we'll call it. Well, it's not baked because it's no baked recipes, right?
Right.
So we'll call
So
it
wait.
twice nuked candy.
Twice nuked. Okay. Okay. Just spent 2 hours at the eye place trying to get new glasses, and it was a fail. Oh, then I had one recipe fail. Another recipe's failing. I'm like,
Yeah, but
I definitely think we need to change the channel name.
she makes the mistakes so you don't have to.
Exactly. See, I am the warning. You know how some people are just here to serve as a warning to others? That's me. Okay, let me make this for 30 more seconds.
But then when you get to work, you save everybody the frustration.
Yeah, we'll say that, won't we?
So making videos is the recipe testing process, right?
Making, yes, for me, making videos is the recipe testing process. Yeah.
Well, not always, I guess. Yeah.
I'm not very scientific in my science experiments. Okay, so take our pan, reline it.
Ooh, looks nice. All right, we're gonna put this back in the fridge again. See, the chocolate's acting kind of wiggy now too. And I probably should have added a little bit more peppermint because it has alcohol in it. It can evaporate when you microwave again, but we're just gonna give it a try and see. Just gonna go for it.
Just go for it. Okay, now we are on the second batch here. Now, what I have discovered, this is what the third time I've done this. The white chocolate, you have to use double the amount of chocolate for sweetened condensed milk. Does that make sense, dear?
Yes. Wait, so the recipe is good, but you just have to modify it when you're doing something slightly different?
Well,
I'm confused. Or do we change the recipe?
okay, so the recipe needs to be 2 bags, 24 ounces of chocolate to 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk is what the recipe needs to be. So I will change that accordingly for white chocolate used in the description recipe, because our recipes are always in the description, unless I forget. And if I forget, please nicely tell me.
If you forget, sometimes Mike notices.
Yeah, details are not my strong suit. I am an extremely big picture person. And details make my mind want to explode.
That's why I'm here. That's what I need an assistant to do, is have a YouTube assistant who just does all the little details for me, because I hate doing all that stuff. Okay. These are exactly what I'm looking for. All right, hot diggity. Okay, so now my dipping bowl is dirty and I have to wash it. Oops, that wasn't prepared. Okay, let me pause and wash this and I will be right back. Thank you, my love, my dishwashing leprechaun. Okay, I have my almond bark. Now I probably need 24 ounces, but I only have 12 for the moment, so I'm just gonna dip as many as I have. Microwave this. Okay, here we go. All nice and melty. Now, if you want, you can use chocolate chips and a little bit of coconut oil or paraffin wax to coat these if you want. Or not. There we go.
I think it's funny that you beat yourself up because you think you're struggling, and then when it's all done and we take it to a party, everybody's like, this is the best stuff ever.
I just hate dipping candies, which you would think I wouldn't mind because I worked in a candy shop and this is all I did all day long.
That's probably why you don't like
Probably why I don't like it, yeah. Oops.
I mean, I used to make omelets all day long, and now I don't eat eggs.
True. That actually works pretty well like that. So I tap all the excess chocolate off because that keeps it from pooling and making a big puddle like that where I accidentally spilt it, but you get what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and do as many of these as I've got chocolate for, and then, I don't know, might decorate them. I'm trying to decide. Oh, I got the system down now. Okay, here's how you do it. Okay, and if you don't have one of these fancy dipping things, you can use a fork with a plastic fork with the tines turned in. But look, drop it in, spin, and lift. Oh, did you see how that went?
Yes.
See, there is a system. Oh, how many comments do you think I will get for not laying my candies in one row at a time, dear?
You mean because it's...
Because I'm going all over the place and I'm not just doing one row. Here. Okay, let's see if this will get any comments. Okay. Drum roll, please. Boom! Do you think heads just exploded?
I wouldn't think so, but who knows, I guess.
The reason why YouTubers always complain about the comments, or not necessarily complain, just talk about the comments, is because some of them are just so absolutely ridiculous. It's like, really? This is what you have time in your life to do?
Well, a lot of comments suggest that people watch things on YouTube but don't do things in real life.
This is true. All right, now we're gonna let these set up. They're actually getting already pretty close. Should I try some gold?
Ooh, you just love that
For St.
sparkle powder.
But it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, put some on some of them. Okay, I don't want to join the comments, but that first, you can put it on all of them?
No.
This one is really heavy, and then it's not. Leave it. That's the look, folks.
You want to make it yourself?
No, it's just...
Is that better?
No. It was better sparkly. Shimmer dust, huh? That's really cool.
We'll test 2 of them and see which looks better after they set up. All right, so you can see they have set up.
That was fast.
Actually, look at this one here. It's kind of cool how there's just like a couple of little dustings. I wonder if we poured the glitter and had a fan, if it would just lightly dust the shimmer.
It's hard to see it with the camera. Here, let me come over on this side.
Oh, you can't see it with the camera?
Ooh, here. Oh, wait.
Yeah, see, you can
now
see
you
the
can
little...
see the little shimmery parts.
That looks better. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go.
That's... You?
Yes.
You're so perfectionist about preparation. Actually, the fact that you're not is why you get things done.
Did I mention I'm not big on details? Okay, let's get this cut. My goodness. Got things to do. All right, here we go. So, that us.
Wait a second. Are you cutting it for... Do we want a thumbnail first?
Well, we're going to have several others for thumbnails, so. Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
Yum. Okay, let's get a chocolate one without the glitter. Well, I guess they're all chocolate, but.
Hold them close together. Nice.
Okay, which one do you want to taste? The glittered or the non-glittered?
The glittery one, of course. All sparkly. Look at that.
Okay, the glittery one. It tastes like chocolate mint, hopefully. Is it good?
It's very yummy.
All right, St. Patrick's Day chocolate mint truffle. Hold it out so they can see it. Yum.
Yum. Delish.
Mini, I don't know, what do you call them? Little mini things of gold. What do you call it? Pots of gold? A mini pot of gold. So, taking my vanilla wafer with some green icing. And then, going to smush it just like so. So a little bit of the green comes out. Then I'm going to take my green sprinkles and I'm going to dip it in here. And then you have what looks like little mini things of gold. Ah, isn't that cute? That's so cute. Okay, let me make all the rest up. I'll show you what they look like on the plate. Now you can also do a little bit. Then it's just vanilla wafers. Now you do it in this first, but then look at this. Let's see what this will look like with the gold.
Ooh, sugar powder.
Do you get it? You know, because it's supposed to be little things of gold.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cute too.
Looks like a green hamburger with shimmery gold on it. Just kidding.
A green hamburger with shimmery gold, huh? Oh my goodness.
Great for St. Patrick's Day and Green Eggs and Ham Day.
Which happen to be both in the same month. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yes. Okay, now I'll show you how I'm going to display these. Let's see, I like this one better, I think, than that one, don't you? Doesn't this look more like a little gold pot?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. So I'll do them all up and then I'll show you how I'm going to... I found these cute little pots that I have. I was trying to find something that looked like a pot at the end of the rainbow. I don't know. So I got that one. And then I have this one just to line my pot so it's clean and you don't have to take up so much space. Okay, so let's see. This one, let's do it the other direction. There, gotta get it all pretty-ified. Wow, that's kind of cute. Okay, so then we'll do this one. There we go. It's our pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I came up with that all by myself.
That's cool.
I used my brain.
All right.
So you can actually eat this one, but go ahead.
Oh, that's right. People think it's funny that I smell it.
Yes.
I just want to know what it is. Oh, it smells delish.
Are you afraid I'm going to poison you or something? Does it taste like little shortbreads?
It does. It's really good. Man, it's very sweet and very, very mint. Well, not mint, chocolatey, minty. It's yummy. I love it. I shouldn't eat the rest of it.
Except that one shouldn't be minty. Oh, it's because I had mint on my hands, I bet. And on the spoon. Oh, that's
Do you
funny.
want to try it and see what you think?
No,
Just
I
a
believe
minty
you.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But in your mind, it's... Does it taste like
Oh,
mint?
it's not minty.
I was going to say, it shouldn't have mint in it. I didn't put mint in that
I
one.
think the green confused me. That's funny how psychologically you taste what you think you're going to get.
See? But it's good.
They're very delicious.
Yay.
Patrick's Truffles. Now, I think this is the Oreos that's too big. I'm not sure. So you need 36 cookies, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So that's like 30 in this much. Okay. So I'm going to put this in our bag. Now you can do this in a food processor if you want. And if you do it in a food processor, you may want to do half at a time. But I am making this a low cleanup recipe. I'll need a couple of bowls for my dipping, but the first part I'm just going to do in ooh, my bag is not working very well. Oops. Oh, I guess that didn't work. Oh, I know why, because this is not the thicker freezer bag. Okay, so when you do this, get the thicker freezer bags. Nice crumbs there. Okay, so now we're going to take our cream cheese. You want this softened at room temperature. Mine, it's cold still, so I hope that it's room temperature. Or I mean, I would have liked it to be room temperature, but got to get this video done, so we're just going to go with it being a little cold. Then smush the air out. Then we're going to smush, oops, I forgot my peppermint flavoring. Now you can get mint Oreos and you don't need the peppermint flavoring with the mint Oreos, but I had a hard time finding the mint Oreos at my store.
That's pretty good. Okay. Now I'm doing a big candy making day today, so I'm reusing my Mint Patties parchment here. Reuse it so you don't waste money. And then I'm just gonna roll little balls and put them on my tray, and then I'm gonna let these set up in the freezer about 20-30 minutes, and then we're gonna dip them. This recipe is 3 ingredients for the base if you use Mint Oreos, and 4 ingredients if you use regular Oreos and peppermint flavor. All right, I'm gonna throw these in the freezer and let them set up for about 20 minutes, and then we'll come and dip them. Okay, I've got my truffles that were sitting in the freezer. So now I'm gonna dip. A couple got smushed on the top of the freezer, but I'm gonna do like half of them in chocolate and half of them in green. And I'm going to just dip and shake it off. There we go. Yummaramo. I'll shake off. Now I have all of my dipping tools and my favorite microwave bowl in the description below. This recipe is also in the description below. My green, and I'm gonna get that melted in the microwave. Okay, here's my green. A tiny bit of shortening in so that it will thin. And wait a minute, why am I doing that? I can just use a spoon. Like a tiny bit. There we go. Get it all thinned out. That doesn't work very good. Let's try this. Ooh, that looks good. Okay, that's fine, go ahead. Very nice. Then I'm going to add, I don't know, do I want a few green sprinkles? Nope, I don't like the green sprinkles on that one. Okay. Ho, 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 those look really good. Okay, so now for this one, got my chocolate. And I think I'm not going to use sprinkles on these ones either. All right, yum. Okay. Oh, those look delicious. All right, we're going to let these set up and then we will taste test. All right, here are mint chocolate truffles, chocolate mint truffles. How do we want to say this? Okay, just pick off all the little things.
I can go do a search online and find out which people search the most.
Yeah. So these are Oreo chocolate mint truffles.
Yum.
So this is a taste explosion. Okay, should I cut one open?
Sure. Wow, that's a pirate knife right there. It's a pirate's knife for you. Whoa, that looks really good. Oh, it looks cakey.
Taste test.
Gotta get the tradition in there. So, it's very tasty, but I like the fact that it's kind of a little bit cakey inside too. It's really delish. It's really great. Ooh, look at that.
Peppermint patties.
Oh, yum.
My first thing I'm going to do is soften my butter. Okay, now this is called Party Mints. This is Party Mints in our Dining on a Dime Cookbook, Volume 1, page 332. For the next edition, we need to just change the name to Peppermint Patties, just say copycat. We were so paranoid about getting what, copyright, trademark infringements and all that when we first did our book. All right, the recipe calls for 1 egg white or meringue powder. I just put 4 tablespoons of butter in there instead. And now I'm going to add my powdered sugar. Oops, I got a thing in my powdered sugar. Why are you laughing at me?
Measure, measure, measure. I'll just dump the rest in there.
Can you see all the comments coming now?
It's candy, people. Come on.
Well, it's not rocket science either. And for everyone complaining that I don't give the measurements, it's right there in the description. As always, in case I forget. Okay, then your pure peppermint extract. Now, these are going to be chocolate mint for St. Patrick's Day. Maybe, if I can get the green open. Is there any green to be had? Ugh, almost. Go! Okay, I may have to get out my other stuff and see. We'll see how dark this is first. Okay, now let me see how thick we're getting here. I need just another tablespoon of butter, but I need it together because sometimes it'll start coming together and form your patties. It just needs to be worked around. Okay, this is March 7th. We have 10 days till St. Patrick's Day. And here's a shot of what it looks like out my window this morning. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 51. How many inches do you think we got last night, dear?
Probably 8.
Oh, that's it?
That might have been more.
Oh, my bird bath looks like it's got 2 feet on it.
Do you want me to go get a shot of that?
I got it already. You think only 8 inches?
Yep.
No, it's gotta be more than that. My bird bath alone has like 18 to 2 feet.
I don't know. It could be more.
And my bird bath is a good way to tell because it just piles on the bird bath. Not
bird bath, but
Oh,
the other bird bath.
well, that's
over
what I
there.
get
See?
for.
Doesn't that look like closer to 2 feet?
Oh, that's quite a lot, actually. Yeah, looks like a giant mushroom.
I added another tablespoon of butter. Okay. Now you could add milk if you want, but I'm just doing butter. And just keep mixing it around until it gets mixed.
It smells really good.
Does it smell St. Patrick's Day-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not coming together, so I'm just gonna add just a touch of milk.
Can you add the coconut milk so we can eat them? Actually, I probably shouldn't eat them anyway.
No, because then it'll taste like coconut.
What's wrong with that?
Coconut peppermint. That would be a little weird, I think. I don't know, guys. Comment and see if Mike's idea of coconut peppermint. Mike and I are dairy free, but
Oh, the one
okay. Huh?
I forgot that one I have is almond and coconut together.
Yeah, you could probably just do almond milk if you wanted.
Ooh.
There we go. Okay, now that green is not getting mixed in very well, so let me try, see if... All right, so now all you do is break it into little pieces. Now, you can roll it into truffles like this, or you can smush it into patties like that,
Which is what you always do.
which is what Mom always did, but I don't have to do it like Mom did. But that's the way peppermint patties really look, so I could do it like Mom did. But maybe I'll be a rebel and make circles instead. I don't know. Is this like cutting the end off the ham? Because Grandma always cut the end off the ham because her pan was too small.
Maybe, but if you made these into balls, they might roll off the plate and off the floor, and then if you had a dog, which we don't,
Yeah,
your dog would snap it up.
that's funny.
Be good for the diet plan, I guess.
I guess. That's it. Then I'm just going to roll all these out. And we're going to stick them in the freezer for about 15 minutes, and then we'll dip them.
Pretty cool.
Now, I will say at Christmas, we just leave these white, but you could make them red too if you wanted. And for our family, because we have so many people, we make like a double, triple, quadruple batch. We make a lot of peppermint patties. This is probably the family's favorite candy. I would
It
say
is
this
amazing. It's really good. It tastes just like New York peppermint patties.
Okay, we're gonna take these and let them freeze. And since it is March in Wyoming,
It's March in Wyoming.
I am going to set them out here and let them get frozen. We got just a slight amount of snow, dear.
Just a slight amount. Wow. It's funny how it's deeper on the side where it drifts.
Yes. Gotta love Wyoming. Okay, so this is almond bark. All it is chocolate with palm oil in it. Let's see, palm oil. Let me make sure. Yes, palm oil, which makes the coating harder. I'm gonna throw this in the microwave and let it melt. Go just a minute more. How many sayings do people have like that? I'm just gonna go a minute more, or
You said I'm going to go a minute more, and then you press start
30
on
seconds.
30 seconds.
I know, how many people do that? Okay, I got asked where I got this. A viewer sent this to me from Amazon, so I will link it in the description below. And my favorite microwave popcorn / candy dipping bowl. I love it because it's got the curved sides, so the candy doesn't, the chocolate doesn't spread out. It stays nice and pooled at the bottom. Except it's not quite melted. Okay. Yeah, let's see. How did I do it the other day? It was dip. Of course, the very first thing I pick up the huge piece of chocolate that's not
It's not part of it.
melted.
Oh.
Oh, seriously, Tara. See, mine is more of a cooking comedy show than a how to cook show right here.
Yep.
Just to show that you can just keep forging on and you can still get it.
If you don't like this brand of comedy, keep scrolling.
Yeah. Oops. I always think it's funny how people say, well, I'm not watching you ever again because you touched your nose or something like that, which normally I try not to when I'm cooking. Maybe I do because I found out today I have severe allergies, or yesterday, I found out yesterday I have severe allergies. But
You're allergic to Mike.
I'm allergic to Mike. All that loving is just too much for me to handle. But people say, well, I'm unsubscribing or I'm not watching, as if I really care. It's like, okay, fine. I think there's enough other people that appreciate that I'm just, let's just get it done kind of a gal cooking.
I think it's funny the ones that say, I'm unsubscribing because I don't like your sense of humor. I'm like, and you should really change your sense of humor. I'm like, but that's the number one reason why people say it like us.
That's funny.
Can't please everyone.
No, you cannot.
Shouldn't even try.
If your mama is no longer with you, I'm your mama telling you can't please everyone. Just don't worry about it. Okay, all you moms out there, give all the younger ones your best mom advice. What's your best dad advice, dear?
Don't mess up your kids. Don't be so perfectionist with them. Teach them how to do stuff and let them mess up.
Oh, man, these helicopter parents, my goodness.
Kids learn best by not being... Kids learn to be anxiety if parents are too perfectionist.
Yes. Sometimes you just got to learn to live with your anxiety. You know?
Let your kid make mistakes. Let your kid make this kind of chocolatey thing. And then afterwards, when it's dry, it'll look perfect anyway.
There you go. See?
And so what the kid does doesn't look perfect. Actually, it's funny because the kids that are kids, what they seem to notice about me is I'm relaxed compared to what they're used to, which is ironic since we've been told that we're too strict.
I know. So here's my advice. Relax. Everything doesn't need to be perfection. Your kids need to do chores, and your kids don't need to be in sports.
And your kids need to have a financial investment in everything that you spend a lot of money on.
Your
for them.
kids need to start paying for their own cell phone bill when they're 16 and driving. Moms, stay home and raise your own kids. Oh my goodness. I've been watching these boundaries videos. This lady does advice for boundaries for people. And do you know what the number one problem is with the whole boundaries thing? Is the grandparents or the parents writing in complaining about problems with daycare. So if the parents would just stay home and raise their own kids, learn to live frugally, then they wouldn't have near as many problems with everything if they would just do that one simple thing, which isn't necessarily simple, but can very easily be done, yes, even in 2025.
And if you buy your kids something like a car, make sure that they pay for half of it at least.
Yep.
If not the whole thing.
Yep.
Otherwise, they won't appreciate it.
Yeah, we give our kids a $3,000 car allowance because the first two had to drive an hour to school each day. So because their school was an hour away, we told them we'd give them enough for a clunker. So we give all of our kids $3,000 to start with a car. That's a clunker that'll get them back and forth to school. And then they pay for any upgrades.
But if they don't have any investment in it, they will always
They won't take care
demand
of it.
more and not come and complain about stuff.
Okay, so now we're gonna go let these harden, and then we'll be right back and Mike will taste test. This will literally take like 2 minutes. All right, here they are. Now, if you get a little pooling, just break it off, but doesn't that look delicious?
It does look delicious.
Okay, let me get these on the plate and then I'll have Mike taste test. You know what you need to do? You need to start telling everyone when they ask what is your job, you need to say, I'm a professional taste tester. You should. That would be hilarious to see what people say. Huh?
And a hand model. No,
And hand model.
I do expressions for YouTube thumbnails.
That's funny. Now, what I should have done was got some, oh, I should have. Well, I'll do the truffles that way. Okay, we'll leave these ones just plain and then I'll decorate the next batch of truffles that way. Okay, how about we do that? Here, get it all spiffy.
Half of the enjoyment of eating is smelling the food.
It is.
Which is why I don't like fish.
Does it taste like St. Patrick's Day?
That's grand. Oh, happy days. That's really good.
Oh, listen to you. This is why your parents pick who you marry, folks. Show the inside real close. Oh, that's a good thumbnail. Too bad we're not using that now.
Another recipe, I'm going to take 2 sticks of butter. In the microwave to soften. Oh, let's see. So we got our butter and our sugar. Oh, I think I see the difference here. Okay, so this one says to cream the butter and sugar. So we'll do that first for like 2 minutes. Okay, so we got our butter and sugar creamed. And so now we're gonna add, okay, so just to make sure, I'm gonna get I'm not gonna estimate. See, when we have an issue like this, I make sure that I get the exact amount. So
Oops, and I still didn't get the exact amount. That's okay. I can do 2 of these. 1, okay, half a teaspoon of peppermint. And then an exact amount, except I had salted butter, didn't I?
Yeah, our butter's
Okay, so I'm gonna just use just an eighth of a teaspoon because I use salted butter. Okay, green food coloring. Ooh, wow. Okay, and then instead of milk, I'm using half and half because it tastes better. But you can use milk if you want. Okay, so now, oh, and then 1/2 cups of milk. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, here we go.
Give you a little taste before you put the chocolate chips in it,
See if I waste it.
just to see if it's sweeter. You should have me taste it. Oh, sticking my finger in the bowl.
Did you stick your finger in the bowl?
Maybe slightly more. Still not too particularly great. It's like salt. It's like salt. It's a little, I don't know, it's not sweet. It's a little sandy.
The sandy is because I didn't beat the sugar and the butter long enough then. I should have beat it probably another minute.
I mean, I know the chocolate chips will make it sweeter, but I think you should dump another cup of sugar in there.
So
Sweeter's always better on candy, right?
Hold on, let me add just a little bit of vanilla and see what that does. Okay guys, tell me how to save this recipe. I don't like it. Here, we'll have Mike put just a little bit of chocolate chips in here.
You know what would save this recipe? Pour 1/2 cup of sugar in there and about a bottle of Hershey's chocolate syrup. Chop up some Hershey's Kisses and throw them in there, and
Okay,
maybe some ground up Oreos.
test it the same.
On the cookie, it actually tastes a lot better. Maybe that's why. Maybe are you supposed to eat it on the cookie all the time? Mm-hmm. It tastes a lot better on the cookie, but the cookie has a lot of sweet in it. So I'm wondering if you're not going to eat it with the cookie, maybe that's the issue. What if you ground up a bunch of cookies in there? Of course, I used to do it if you had to have them mailed here from Las Vegas.
We're in Wyoming, in case anybody doesn't know.
Well, I wasn't too sure about the cookie dough by itself, but on the Oreo, it tastes really good. So I'm thinking that the cookie dough, if you're going to eat it by itself, just isn't sweet enough.
Would you say it's a go? Should we post this video if is it worthy of YouTube?
If I was going to eat it without the Oreo, then no.
But with the Oreos?
With the Oreo, it's good. Yeah. I'm curious if you were to like chill it or something like that. I am thinking that, I don't know. I was wondering if more butter and more sugar would add more sweet.
I don't know. Okay, guys.
But the Oreo is pretty sweet.
All right, somebody make the recipe and tell us what you think. We're curious now because we have no idea. It's actually a fairly cheap recipe, so you're not gonna maybe what, $1.50 to make it.
St. Patrick's Day almond bark. I have a little bit of everything left from dipping, but I don't quite have enough grease. So what I'm going to do is take some almond bark, and this recipe is based off the almond bark recipe in Dining on a Dime cookbook. Okay, microwave this. Well, not quite. I'm getting there. Now, if it's not green enough for you, you can add a little bit more food coloring. Okay, so while that's setting up, I'm gonna get some of my chocolate. That might be enough. Well, is that gonna be enough? I don't think that's gonna be enough. It's all melted. My bowl is still a little warm, so I'm just gonna let this continue to melt itself here. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and make it chocolate. So I'm gonna melt this in the microwave. All right, I'll just get this straight down. Pulling the hot chocolate up to get it melted. Okay, got my chocolate and my peppermint flavoring right there. Get that all mixed in. Yum. Oh my goodness, that smells so delicious, so delicious. Okay, so now this is a great recipe to use when you're done with all your candy making and just have all your leftovers just like that. Now, everybody's getting a little sick of all the candy, so I'm gonna go ahead and scrape the bowl this time. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna spread this out. I'm gonna clean out my bowl real quick and get my white melting. Now make sure you have a completely dry bowl. All right, and now got my green. Wow, okay, I didn't even use all the green. That's okay. Okay, now these are the chocolate mint cookies that I'm going to be using. And I'm just gonna break them up into pieces like that. All right, my white is all melted. I'm gonna drizzle my white. Shoot, Jack.
Yeah?
Could you turn that water off that's dripping, please? Thank you. Okay. Now we are going to swirl. Oh, that looks delicious. Oh my goodness, that couldn't have been more perfect. That is
bark perfection, if I do say so myself. Okay, so now we're gonna take our cookies, and I was gonna do pretzels, but I think I'm just gonna do cookies. And I have to do them before my cookies disappear because my offspring keep trying to devour them all. And these are the chocolate mint Oreos. Okay, and then I have some leftover. First of all, let me push all those in, make sure they're all pushed in so they stick. Okay, now I have some of the marshmallows with the gold from my failed bark. I'm going to sprinkle that in between my Oreos. Try to get the gold mostly. I should have put these on first, actually. That was not smart. I never think this through correctly. Don't want to waste any of the gold. Okay, and I have a few white chocolate delights. Gonna throw those in. Oh, okay. I don't know. I think the second one turned out better. Okay. And then I have a few green. And a few green chocolate delights. All right, if that doesn't say St. Patrick's Day, I don't know what does. I'm sure the Irish have green and gold bark every St. Patrick's Day. If you're from Ireland, let me know. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys, comment and tell me what combinations you would make. And we're going to come back and break this up and taste test after it's set. Okay, doesn't that look St. Patrick's Day-ish?
Wow, it does. Let me see it again.
Chocolate.
Wow, that's a lot of bling right there.
I agree. Do we call that blingy?
I think it's very blingy.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they snap.
That is really impressive looking.
Think we'll have any leprechauns starting to come out of the woodwork?
I wonder. All the little people are out there together. Wow. Sorry, everybody in Ireland. I was better at it before
you tried. All right.
Before
Put that one on the top. Okay. So here's the question of the day. Do Irish people get irritated? Do Irish citizens get irritated at Americans trying to imitate their accent?
Well, if you sound like the... Oh, that's really nice looking. Set that down. If you sound like the Lucky Charms guy, then probably yes.
Okay. Can you be a taste tester?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does it taste mint chocolatey?
Mm-hmm. It's an explosion of all different kinds of flavors. Let me have a little bit with this cookie on it. Mmm.
Delicious?
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10?
I didn't have to smell it this time.